Alrighty, so we have some information for part 3 of the 9-year anniversary over here on JP Dokkan, and it is looking to be a big one. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about in today's video. First and foremost, we have 2 EZAs, ones that everybody was anticipating, but nonetheless, we can at least still talk about them. Big shout out to Minato over on Twitter for kind of gathering this for us and doing translations for UI Goku and Evolution VEGETA. I'm sure most of you know that these are the EZAs at this point. Here we go for AGL UI Goku. If you guys do not know, this is my favorite unit of all time, so I am extremely excited for this EZA. We're going to be reading this, we're going to be talking about it. It seems like the general consensus on Twitter is that he is right around the 5 to 2 range, anywhere in between that, so obviously incredible. Really well done EZA. We're talking about like the 5 years last year, how good they were on their EZA. But let's go ahead and look at this. I see he has 180% to his leader skill. We have Miraculous Awakening or Reps of U7 key 3 and 180% to stats. On the 18 key, we have massively raises attack for 1 turn and causes mega colossal damage, high chance of performing a critical hit for 1 turn, and allies chance to perform a critical hit plus 7% for 2 turns. So he has a 2-turn crit support, so the units on the next rotation are also going to have that. So if you rotate this guy with Beast Gohan, there's going to be a lot of critical chance coming in. So on the 12 key super attack effect, we have greatly raises attack for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy, high chance of performing a critical hit for 1 turn, and allies chance to perform a critical hit plus 7%. So if you get that additional super after an 18 key, that is going to be a 100% chance of performing a critical attack or a critical hit, so that is very good. And that's going to be a 14% critical hit support for enemies on that turn, and then a 2-turn critical support plus 7% for the next rotation. So very, very nice. Looking at the passive skill, we have attack and defense plus 200% at the start of turn, and an additional attack and defense plus 77% with HP 77% or above, so turn 1. Key plus 7 and evades enemy attacks, including super attacks, for 1 turn from first appearance, so guaranteed dodging on turn 1. That's pretty bonkers. I would say that's probably the best thing about this kit already. Turn 1 is usually a fraud turn for a lot of units within the game, but this guy is actually at his best at turn 1, so that is very, very good. 77% chance to perform an additional super attack, so very nice. Even that kind of makes hidden potential on this guy. It almost feels like hidden potential just doesn't matter on this guy from what I'm looking at, right? Because we have 77% chance to perform an additional super attack. We have a 77% chance to evade enemy super attacks after the guaranteed dodging on turn 1, and then we also have 100% chances to hit crits on the 12 additional supers and a 50% chance to perform a crit on the first attack. So I really feel like you can build this guy however you want, and it's going to work out pretty well. Plus an additional plus 7% chance to evade enemy attacks within the same turn with each attack this character evades. So I guess that means if you dodge 5 attacks, the 6th is guaranteed to be a 100% chance to dodge, if I'm reading that correctly. So this feels like their way of trying to fix the sort of haha funny that 70% chance is not a 70% chance. So it's like the first one is 77, the next one is 84, if I'm reading that right. Yeah, 84, then the next one will be 91, then the next one will be 98, the next one will be 105, I guess. So that's how that would work. And then we have key plus 2 up to 10 and defense up 30 up to 150% with each attack evaded. So you could build up much, much more with your dodges rather than just getting that initial defensive buff. When you get a dodge, you actually get 5 buffs. So that's very good. And especially like with key support for Beast Gohan and stuff like that, this guy's going to be a 24 key a whole lot. Plus an additional attack plus 77% and performs a critical hit with keys 24 or when activating the active skill. So again, with the key support, that's going to be extremely helpful. HP is 77% or less at the start of the character's attacking turn. He provides a 77% HP recovered when the character or an ally attacking the same turn is KO'd. So any character can lose on the turn. That's very good. And 77% or less is very easy. P plus 7 and attacking defense plus 77% when the character and allies revive skills activated. Very nice. Something like the GT Duo, something like 23rd World Tournament Goku. Evades enemy attacks the following turns. Yeah, so he has 2 turns of guaranteed dodge in this kit with the revival as well as the initial appearance. So wow, he looks extremely impressive. That is that's pretty damn good. I'm seeing a lot of stuff that I like. Attack and defense plus 200 at the start of turn, and then we get that 77% buff, and then we get up to 150% off of dodging. Oh, and then we would additionally get another 77% after revival. So that is a lot of defense and a lot of dodge chance. That is a very, 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 very impressive setup right there. And then Minato says allies crit chance is for 1 turn on 12 key. Yeah, that's what he says on the thing. He doesn't say 2 turns there, so that doesn't make sense. I don't know why he needed to specify that. Maybe I'm misreading it, but LRAGL UI Goku's EZA looks pretty damn good. This is definitely justice for my favorite unit of all time. Let's go ahead and move on to in Evolution Blue VEGETA. Now, we are talking about VEGETA. I'm seeing a lot of discourse on Twitter that he is better, so let's go ahead and take a look. We have powerful comeback at reps of U7, 180%. So not really going to be running these guys as leads because you'll probably just run them on the Beast Gohan team, but I digress. 18 key super attack effect. He greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes mega colossal damage to the enemy. High chance of performing a critical hit for 1 turn and allies chance to perform a critical hit for... he has the same crit support as UI Goku. And then he has greatly raises defense for 1 turn and causes colossal damage to the enemy. High chance of performing a critical hit for 1 turn and allies chance to perform a critical hit plus 7% for 1 turn. So again, additionals are guaranteed crits on these supers. So with excuse me, on top of that all being critical hit support, it's like, wow, okay. Passive skill, attack and defense plus 200%, key plus 7, and guards all attacks for 1 turn from the first appearance. Wow, he guards on the first turn. Okay, so that helps. Performs an additional attack that has a 77% chance to be a super attack. Reduces damage received by 50%. Baseline? Okay, so if I'm reading this correctly, reduces damage received by an additional 10% up to 30% within the same turn with each attack received or evaded. That's 80% damage reduction after 3 hits. Key plus 3 up to 10 and attack and defense plus 30 with each attack performed. So he's getting, so on the 4th attack, you're going to be fully built up. Plus an additional attack plus 77% and performs a critical hit with keys 20 or more and activating the active skill. So again, 24 key with the key support of Beast Gohan and stuff like that. That should be pretty easy. After receiving 5 or more attacks from the next attack, 100 revives with 77% HP recovered when the character or an ally attacking in the same turn is KO'd once only. Key activate, so the same thing as UI Goku again with key plus 7 and attack and defense with 77% when the character or someone else revives. And then we have guards all attacks the following turn after this character revival skill is activated. So after his revival, the turn you see him next, he is going to have guard. And then he also has guard for the first turn on the appearance. So what I can tell what they wanted to do with these guys is their initial input is when they're at their best, and then when after their revival, they're also going to be at their best, right? Because by the time they revive, they'll likely be fully built up and stuff like that. So both of these guys look pretty impressive. Calcs, I'm not going to go over the calcs in this. We'll wait to see those in game. I think that's the safer way to go about it, so we will ignore that for now. But going back over to Dokkan info, we have the new information for some of the stuff that's going to be coming to the game very, very soon. So we have, let's see. We have a new burst mode coming on, when is this? So if I click this right here, I want to make sure we get this. It says there's a new burst mode, but I don't know which event that would be. Maybe that's in the game, but we'll come back to that. We have, what's more important about that is we have the Super Memorial Spectacle stage. You guys can see here on the left side, we have a new fight. This is going to be, I believe, versus Gogeta, and then we also have 1 versus Gohan, so that is very nice. Then we also have on the 9th anniversary battle, we're going to be getting an update to this for a 9th anniversary stage. So I don't think all these 8 stages are going to reset, but we're going to get a 9th anniversary portion covering these guys over here, which is obviously going to be very nice because we'll get exclusive skill orbs for our 9th anniversary units. And then we're going to get a new stage of the Cell Max event. So a new fight versus what I would likely assume to either be Cell Max or Gohan. I'm not really sure how they're going to do that. I would just assume it's Cell Max. We'd play that one safe. And then we have, if I'm reading this correctly, we have a new stage being added to the movie Boss's Red Zone. Let me make sure. Minato tweeted this. Yeah, so again, thank you to Minato for gathering all this information. Like I said, new EX skill orbs will be able to be exchanged from the Baba Shop related to this event. We have new stage being added to movie Red Zone version 1, so that is the OG one with Red Zone Broly. We have the Wicked Bloodline EZA, and then we have the U7 EZA area where both these guys are going to be able to get their EZAs. This is where you guys are going to be able to get your tickets for the Rainbow Ticket multi. And we have a new stage confirmed for Cell Max boss event, so we know how that goes. Then the 9th Annie battle, like I talked about, and then the Supreme battle spectacle stages against Gogeta and Gohan. So I would assume that one of these 3 is going to be the hardest fight in the game between Cell Max, the Red Zone, and the Supreme battle spectacle. The 9th Annie battle could be like a little bit tricky, but I doubt it. Sometimes usually it's the missions that are tricky with those rather than the difficulty, because I would assume that we haven't even got the data download yet, so we don't have like the boss's stats or anything like that. But that's going to cover it for all of the Part 3 news that we have so far. Very good EZAs. I think that the superhero team is just going to continue to get better and better, and these guys, these EZAs that we have right here are going to be at the forefront of it. So Let me know down below what you guys think of this part 3 news. Are you excited for these EZAs, or do you have them on JP, or are you excited to wait for them on global? So with all that being said, don't forget to leave a like if you did enjoy today's video, subscribe if you are new, and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything that I post on the channel. All Dokkan related stuff, a lot of fun. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.